This is the greatest fight in women's MMA history.
She's got her brother Cody in the corner, along with Aaron Avey and the great Conan Silveira. Lots of good. Really interested to see how she shapes up against Tyler Santos, who is by far.
Wow, look at my hair. The gym is so quiet.
There's Kayla
Harrison!
One is the best women's grappler ever, her weapon of choice being her Olympic-level wrestling, tapping 80% of her opponents before the second bell. The other is the best women's striker today, with her main weapon being her 1-in-a-million level striking, putting an end to 95% of her opponents. The prides of America and Britain would clash in 2026 in a high-stakes fight, with tons of titles, undefeated statuses, and history on the line. This is fighting as art. Let me tell you the story. Kayla Harrison versus Dakota Ditcheva would be the collision of MMA's best grappling versus the best striking. Being a two-time judo Olympic gold medalist, when the American participated in the 2022 lightweight season and clashed against a Sambo specialist, Marina Moknatkina, Kayla showed that she had the best grappling in women's MMA, already stunning Marina with her heavy arms from the onset. Eventually, Kayla got her where she wanted.
Knocking it with the whizzer. Kayla.
The monstress repelled a crazy leg lock attempt, acting undeterred.
There she goes to roll again. Think of Kayla Harrison. Oh, she's got that knee. They're working on defense for it.
And being a judo specialist, she sent her rival flying, easily showing her wild strength.
Another knee. And a trip.
Then again, it was apparent that it is impossible to control Kayla on the ground.
She's gonna, the legs twisted, she's caught on heel if she can. But Kayla looks like safe for her as well. Kayla slipped it very nice.
And we'll see if
Handling her rival like a baby.
she's got Kayla Harrison's arm around her. It's a good job. Measuring distance here. Comes in.
Double it. Sprawled right away too. She knew Marina was going.
In the end, she won the fight by decision, but unsatisfied with not getting a finish, she described the win as dog crap.
At the women's lightweight standings.
But while Kayla's wrestling and submission game is like no other in women's MMA, Dakota Ditcheva knows one or two about taking on grapplers. Despite starting off with Muay Thai and knocking out other girls with insane striking, she added the elements of ground game to her arsenal. When Dakota clashed against Cornelia Holm, she showed her wrestling and submission game like never before. In September 2023, Dakota participated in the PFL Europe tournament, where the winner wins £100,000. Scoring the first submission of her career. In the quarterfinal round, Dakota was desperate for the big first title of her career. Then in the semi-final in Paris, Ditcheva had an exciting fight that had everyone on the edge of their seats. Matched up against the submission artist Cornelia Holm. At the onset, Dakota tested the waters with jabs and kicks from range.
Hunting a prey right now. Kick out of the southpaw stance. There she goes to it.
Within 30 seconds, Holm had shot for a takedown.
Weight class as well, and she utilized them so well with that jab, but this is a good takedown for Holm.
Beautiful work. Nice scramble though.
But Dakota demonstrated her wrestling training, refusing to go to the ground.
Looks like she's got two hands on one wrist here. She's trying to break this grip of Cornelia Holm.
Then she replied her enemy with vicious knees to the ribs.
High-level wrestlers, both male and female. People who can really push her. And now, there's the knees. The knees coming up the center. Right back.
However, Holm was able not to survive the first round by grabbing on for her dear life.
Now goes back to work with some knees. Holm offers a few as well.
At the start of the second, Dakota released a vicious right hand that made her rival do the chicken dance.
Potentially focus on takedown defense.
Right hand.
What a right hand that was!
It's a laser.
And she was now starting to release the destructive attacks.
He's so long and rangy. Class.
The wrestler again held on to her last bit of consciousness by sniffing Dakota.
Conditioning. Oh, she caught the leg. Does she get a takedown here?
Good balance.
But Dakota was out to prove that she is the better grappler. She took down her rival and almost locked in a rear naked choke.
Beautiful, very nice. Now we're going to see Holm deal with the grappling skills of Ditcheva.
He's got a hold of the wrist. He's going to try and take it back. The one hook in. There's the second. And she stretched her.
Preparing to deliver a knockout in the grand finale, she led her back up to her feet.
Good work by Holm to get her legs back in the fight. No surprise.
They clashed for the final round, and Dakota would prove that she was still a beast, even in the third round.
Round 3, Dakota Ditcheva in the red.
Like something out of a movie, Dakota threw a crisp 1-2 that sent Holm crumbling, and a kick ended the fight.
Cornelia Holm, very difficult to put away.
$1,000 on the line against Valentina Skititsi, who gets the walkover victory. How do you view that matchup?
Performing the Erling Haaland celebration, the fighter from Manchester had eliminated all her foes, and her performance was far more eye-catching than that of Harrison against Marina Well. Both Dakota and Kayla have both suffered only one loss in their respective careers. Dakota lost her last Muay Thai fight to the fearless Amy Perney, while Harrison met defeat for the first time to Larissa Pacheco. After the tough decision loss, Kayla sought for redemption against an even tougher opponent. Going against former UFC star Aspen Ladd, she showed an obvious improvement in her striking.
The orthodox
Overrider on her feet. Nice work already.
She smartly lured her rival in for a super slam takedown.
little slip on that high.
From there, it was one-way traffic.
At least the crucifix position now on the opposite there from Kayla Harrison.
Tell you what, Kayla looks as fit as I've ever seen. Wait, holy cow. Yeah, she looks so lean.
But Aspen Ladd was no easy opponent.
Sean, we played Kayla in this fight inside the distance, and you saw that first round at the beginning of the third round, but she's going to...
Switching to the ground, Kayla showed her high IQ.
Kayla, behind a big right hand, snatches that leg, dumps Aspen Ladd.
It's going to challenge Kayla Harrison.
Nice job pushing Kayla Harrison off.
Left hand goes to work.
Mount position. Nice job by...
Taking full mount, she locked in an arm triangle.
With the exception of maybe Larissa. No question about it. Ladd's got the phone.
But saved by the bell, what happened in the final round was unexpected.
Her leg out of the guard. Spinning, Kayla Harrison just backs out of it. There's the overhand.
Now looking like a personal beef.
Not letting herself get backed up against the cage against Kayla Harrison. Helping out.
Nice.
Hand again there.
Beautiful straight left.
Kayla attempted her usual takedown, but Ladd reversed and came close to landing the submission finish.
Last year was 155 against Kayla.
Nice double leg.
Like she said,
She's done a great job there. Look at this, trying to take the back. Kayla, though, she's on with her escape so far.
But Kayla pulled the double reverse card and got on top to land some real damage.
Here. She's got a leg caught. Now she's getting the other hook. Kayla's going to end up on top.
tried to go for the armbar. Oh, immediately gets to work. Brings the right hand down.
She sent knees from the clinch.
And on the ground.
Oh, another one.
Everywhere the strikes.
Man, Aspen is tough. This might be the heavy shots she's been eating lately.
And Kayla controlled the rest of the fight to win a clear decision.
Final bell.
Kayla Harrison!
Similarly, when Dakota had her toughest battle to date, everyone expected her to lose. In 2024, Ditcheva made her debut in the PFL American season to take on the toughest stars, at the end of which the winner takes $1 million. In the quarterfinals, using Gordon Ramsay's liver steak recipe, she tore through Chelsea Hackett's baby factory in one round. And in the semi-final, she relished the chance to give Gina Bishop a proper send-off to the Shadow Realm, melting her with a right hand. Dakota sent warnings to her next opponent, Taila Santos, who she will meet in the finals, signaling her to shut up. Dakota's dominance could be compared to prime Ronda Rousey. But despite being regarded by all to be the best female fighter outside of the UFC, Dakota still had doubters who questioned her ability to take on the very top dogs in women's MMA. So a showpiece with former UFC flyweight title challenger Taila Santos was set up, and this scary opponent was tipped to provide the toughest test of Ditcheva's career. The Brazilian Santos is a skilled grappler with impressive striking who had slightly missed out on the UFC flyweight belt after suffering a split decision loss to Valentina Shevchenko. Since the UFC is seen as the golden standard in MMA, victory over the former UFC title challenger will be a big indicator that Dakota would be able to defeat the UFC's toughest challengers. In the build-up to the fight, she taunted Dakota by putting lipstick on, and at the face-offs, the massive egos of the ladies was evident, both equally confident. It was a classic case of youth versus experience. opponents. The undefeated Ditcheva, with a 13-0 record, stepped up against Santos with 22 wins and 3 close losses. From her walkout, Ditcheva looked relaxed in the biggest fight of her life. She danced her way to the cage as a pocket of fans from the UK cheered the Manchester fighter. Ditcheva didn't waste time unleashing her long, powerful legs.
Mission. I'm interested to see if she tries to take down.
The British Bulgarian proved to be too strong in the grappling department.
Santos trying to get that body lock. She's got double underhook.
She reversed her opponent.
These double underhooks to get Dakota Ditcheva to the ground.
Nice job.
And on the feet, her signature front kick found a home on Santos's face.
Santos moves forward.
She outclassed the now depressed Brazilian, bringing loud cheers from the crowd.
Under 1 minute now in this first frame. And a flurry for Ditcheva.
Every attempt by Santos was rewarded with brutal countershots.
$170 swag bundle for free.
She sneaks out of the side like nice elbow.
She blasted her rival against the fence.
The nose.
And Dakota uncorked hard shots against the former UFC title challenger like never before.
Santos is hurt.
Elbow coming in from Ditcheva. There's a couple.
Santos is hurt.
About reaching down.
With seconds to go in the round, an elbow and flurry of body shots turned her insides to dust, and saving Santos was in the hands of the referee, crowning Ditcheva Britain's first female MMA world champion.
For sure. Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble.
Here's the replay.
Just brutal. Punches against Chelsea Hackett and Lisa Molden. Hook to the body, knee to the solar plexus.
Dakota celebrated by putting lipstick on in the center of the octagon before embracing her team, including her mother and former kickboxing world champion Lisa Howarth, and roaring with joy. And she credits her mother for her monstrous power. Not only has Ditcheva broken Britain's barren run for a female world champion, she has done it in a dominant fashion rarely seen in women's MMA. Winning the $1 million check, fans and pundits are already describing Ditcheva as being among the world's best, with the Brit also becoming the PFL's youngest ever champion at 26. On the other hand, Harrison became UFC bantamweight champion with a dominant performance, leading to a second submission victory. She delivered the performance of the night, a masterclass. With Dakota running out of challengers in the PFL, she would soon head to the UFC, where she would first aim to unthrone the flyweight champion before heading for Kayla Harrison in the bantamweight division. Who do you think wins this fight when they meet in the cage? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.